Well, I've already sold my last Gary Fisher mountain bike, and now it is time to also sell this fully suspended mountain bike. Not sure what brand it is. I think it might be American Eagle. The frame has been painted black. The bicycle has Shimano LX shifters, and those are, in my opinion, the perfect balance between cost and performance. XT and XTR do not really add anything except for extra cost. The brakes are also from Shimano. These are disc brakes, and I think this is a relatively cheap set. They work perfectly fine and are easy to modulate, although this right lever does have a bit too much play or travel. It does work. This is the rear brake, by the way. I guess it is time to replace the oil, because these are at least 10 to 15 years old. Except for some dust and cobwebs, there's nothing wrong with these cables, and the shifting cables use stainless steel inner cables, and of course no inner cables for the hydraulic brakes. I always preferred a short stem, so not much overhang for me. Basically, I selected the stem length for the distance between the saddle and the handlebar. And except for some fly shit and some sunlight discoloration, the saddle is still perfectly fine. I think it's, yeah, it says Bonddrager here. This probably came from one of my Gary Fisher mountain bikes, or maybe a Trek. I always thought that this was a nice saddle to sit on. My ass liked it. I guess it needs some padding material. Those bare carbon thingies, they are terrible to sit on. The tires are from Continental, and these are foldable tires. I think this is a Speed King, and it's used, but it should last a lot longer. I like this tire for in the summer. The rear tire is a Continental Flow, also foldable, and it does have an inner tube, although it is missing some air at the moment. The front fork is a Manitou Scarab, and this is not an air suspended fork, although it is not the cheapest fork you can get. It's not a heavy fork, and it's probably also not very suitable for really heavy riders. It probably was a bit light for me, but it held up okay. The rear shock absorber is from RockShox, and this one uses air, and well, it's a nice shock absorber. No complaints. The bicycle has a lightweight wheel set with 24 spokes. I think it says Ferrol here, although it is kind of hard to read. The same font is also on the hubs, and it says Zero Formula, and there it says XCD2. Modern rims have so many labels, it's ridiculous. The bicycle has a crankset from Trivatif, and this looks like a cheap model, because I didn't really care for high-end expensive ones. It's a replacement part anyway. The bicycle has a simple square tapered bottom bracket. Cheap to buy, easy to replace, and perfect for in the winter. Currently the bicycle still has Shimano SPD pedals, but I can replace these with normal platform pedals when I sell the bicycle. Here's the front derailleur. It's a Shimano LX model, just like the shifters, and it looks like this cable can be mounted in two different positions. The rear derailleur is a Shimano Deore with a medium length cage. Nothing special, but still in a very good condition, although also a bit dirty, just like the rest of the bicycle. And here you can see the rear cassette. It's a bit dusty, just like the chain, but it's not worn out. It should still be good enough for many more miles or kilometers, whatever you like. It looks like the chainstay protection made from an old inner tube worked. I always thought that the suspension on this frame was kinda interesting, with this carbon and this pivoting point. It is certainly easier to clean than the suspension on my Gary Fisher Sugar. It's more suitable for in the winter, for in the wet period. How well this will hold up over time, I have no idea, but so far it still works fine. Well, I believe I pretty much covered everything about this bicycle. Now it is time to squirt in some air and start cleaning to make some decent pictures for on eBay or Marktplaats. So, later I will squirt some WD-40 on the shiny bits, and then the bicycle can dry in the sun, and then it is picture time. Looks like originally there were some stickers on this frame before the black paint. There's also a dent here, a small one. I think it says Bike Zone, but it is kind of hard to read. I guess it's time for a new paint job, but that won't be done by me. And now, just to make this shit show a bit longer, some bonus pictures. Enjoy.